Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of our Dominaria United unboxing. As usual, I'm Cobble Ass Cobble, and we're going to get right back into it. Next up is Aaron, the Bentilla's Ruin. The Bentilla's Ruin. It's a 3-drop, 3/3, Pyrexian human, 2 white, 1 black, menace. Play 1 white and black, sack another creature, put a 1 counter on each creature you control. So, another legendary creature. Our rare of the pack is the Shadowrite Priest. 2-drop, 2/2, human cleric. 1 colorless, 1 black. Other clerics you control get +1/+1. Pay 5, 3 colorless, 2 black. Sack another cleric. Search your library for a black creature card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. We have a hollow smite herbalist, a Samite herbalist. 2-drop, 2/1, human cleric. 1 colorless white. Whenever Samite herbalist becomes tapped, you gain 1 life and scry 1. Is that uncommon? Nope, that's a common. And the last one is a sapling token out of that pack. So far we got some tokens and some other stuff. A lot of legendary creatures, but the entire world of Dominaria has all kinds of legendaries in play. So we got 4 packs left. So let's keep it going. Another full art. Another full art card. This one is the Rithering Necromass. Rithering Necromass. I butchered that name, but oh well. Flashy Island. First one up is Impulse. 2-drop. 1 colorless, 1 blue. Instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Then we have the Llanowar Stalker. 1-drop. A 1/1, Elf Warrior, 1 forest. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Llanowar Stalker gets +1 and +0 until end of turn. Next up is the Argivan Phalanx. 6-drop, 4/4, human core soldier. 5 colorless, 1 white. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control, and vigilance. We have another Relic of Legends. We have another Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart. We also have another Braid's Frightful Return. One of those sagas. Next up, we have a Queen Elenal Runadak. 3-drop. Questionable power and toughness. Elf Noble. 1 forest, 2 white. 2 plains. Queen of the Rendesh's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. If 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white soldier creature token as created are created instead. So if 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white soldier tokens are created instead. So Next up we have Nell Avenoya Aeronaut. 4-drop, 2/4 Elf Scout, 2 colorless, blue, green. Elf Scout, flying domain. Whenever deals damage to a player, look at the X top cards of your library. X is the number of basic land types among you control. Put up to one of them on the top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your bottom in a random order. Then, if there are 5 basic land types among lands you control, draw the card. Oh, hell yes. We have an alternate art of Legomas, Hand of Hatred. I think that was the first legend we pulled. 3-drop, 1/3, 1 colorless, black, red. Human Shaman. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. So yeah, that's just the alternate art of that one card. We pulled a rare, and our first Planeswalker, we have Karn, the Living Legacy. 4-drop, 4-drop Planeswalker, loyalty counter 4. +1 ability, create a tapped Power Stone token. It's an artifact with add power. Charge that mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. Okay. Then we have -1. Pay any amount of mana. Look at that many cards from the top of your library. Then put one of those cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And if you sell it -7 out, you get an emblem. Yeah. You get an emblem with tapped and untapped artifact you control. This emblem deals 1 damage to any target. So, our first Planeswalker, and it's Mithril Karn. We got another Goblin Picker. 2-drop, 2/2. 1 colorless, 1 red. And the final card is a Phyrexian token. So, putting a little verse, but I'm surprised you finally got a Planeswalker of all that shit. Now we're going to open up. We got 3 packs left. Ooh. Got a full art. Looks like a Goblin King, but I'm probably wrong. Or Squee. And it is Squee. Dubious Monarch. So he upgraded gratefully being Squee. Oh boy. Basic mountain. Let's see here. First one up is Pixie Illusionist. 1-drop, 1/1 fairy wizard. 1 blue. Kicker, 3 colorless, 1 green. Flying. If Pixie Illusionist was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Tap him. Target land you control becomes a basic land type of your choice until end of turn. So, creature-made mana fixes. Always good. We have a Soaring Drake. 3-drop, 2/3 Drake. 2 colorless, 1 blue, flying. We got Broken Wings. 3-drop instant. 2 colorless, 1 green. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Next up, we have a Battlefly Swarm. 1-drop, 1/1 Phyrexian insect, flying. Pay 1 swamp. Battlefly Swarm gains death touch until end of turn. We got another single Connoisseur. We also got another Joden's Codex. Jehodin's. We also got another Cut Down. This is an interesting. We got a. Holy shit! I was gonna say 1, 2. We have a 3 rare plus a mythic pull in this one. First one up, we have Turda Kennerdude, Sky Knight. Legendary Human Knight, 5-drop, 3/3 Human Knight, 2 colorless, 2 blue, 1 white. Flying, whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, create a 1/1 white soldier token. So we have another Human Knight with the alternate arts. I got Baryu, the Worm Speaker, 4-drop, 3/3, 2 colorless, 2 forest, human druid. Worms you control get +2/+2 and have trample. Christ. Boy, he's been missing for a long ass time for the worm decks back in the day. But pay 8, create a 4/4 green worm creature token. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is the greatest power among worms you control. So, if you're playing a worm deck with this guy, you're going to get a whole bunch of worms and a whole lot of unfriendlies right out the gate. That's our first rare. Second rare is the Academy Lore Master. 2-drop, 2/3, human wizard, 2 blue. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player may draw an additional card. If you do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 more to cast. So we get the Lore Master. We got another, I think this is a mythic, Zur, the Internal Skirmisher, Schemer? Yeah, Schemer. 3-drop, human wizard, mythic, 1/4. 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black. Flying. Enchanted creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Pay 2, 1 colorless, 1 white. Target non-aura enchantment you control becomes a creature in addition to its other types, as it has base power and base toughness equal to its mana value. So that's an interesting aspect of that. And to finish off, we have a Final Judgment. 4-drop, or 6-drop sorcery, 4 colorless, 2 white, remove all creatures from the game. Final Judgment, classic. So, they're bringing a lot of flash and flare from back in the day. Back from the early days, I should say, of Magic. We have alternate art of Karn. This one's Karn, the living legacy. Yeah, that's the alternate art of Karn. First up, basic forest. Next up, we have Talos Lookout, 4-drop, 3/2 human pirate, 2 colorless, 2 blue. Flying. When Talos Lookout dies, look at the top 2 cards from your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Next up, we have the Venashino Branch Rider. 1-drop, 1/1 Venashino Warrior, 1 red. Kicker 3, 2 colorless, 1 green. Haste. If Venashino Branch Rider was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It has an alternate ability, 2 colorless, 1 red. Venashino Branch Rider gets +2 until end of turn. So it got fire breathing on top of the kicking bonuses, so interesting. Integrating both of those weapon specs. Hey, we got another land finally. We have dual lands. Sunlit Marsh, Plain Swamp. Sunlight enters the battlefield tapped. Tap for white or black. Next we have is the Mesa Cavalier. 3-drop, 2/1 human knight, 2 colorless, 1 white. Flying. When Mesa Cavalier enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Next up, we have Pyrexian Warhorse. 4-drop, 3/3 Pyrexian Horse. 3 colorless, 1 black. Kicker white. When Pyrexian Warhorse enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Pay 1 colorless, sack another creature. Pyrexian Warhorse gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Next up, we have Runic Shot. 1-drop, sorcery, 1 white. Kicker blue. Destroy target tapped creature. If this spell was kicked, scry 2. Next, we have the Micromancer. 4-drop, 3/3 human wizard, 3 colorless, 1 blue. When Micromancer enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 1, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Next, we have Combat Research. 1 drop. Blue. Enchant creature. Enchant creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw the card. As long as enchanted creature is legendary, it gets +1/+1 and has ward 1. Whenever enchanted creature becomes blocked, becomes the target of spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player plays 1. So, interesting. So, I believe that's Rada, the Coalition Warlord. 4 drop, 3/3 Elf Warrior. 2 colorless, red-green. Domain, whenever Rada, Coalition Warlord, becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the number of basic land types among land you control. Next up, we have our rare of the pack, the Valiant Veteran, Valiant, I'm saying it wrong, but Veteran, 2 drop, 2/2, Core Soldier, 1 colorless, 1 white. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1. Pay 5, 3 colors, 2 white. Exile the Veteran from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on each soldier you control. We have our Horrorloom Battle Hymn that we saw earlier. This is the actual art card for it. This is the holographic variant of it. 3 drop, instant, 2 colorless, 1 red. Kicker white. Your Horrorloom Battle Hymn deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If this spell was kicked, you gain 4 life. And then we have a promotional card. Alright, we're down to our last pack. Oh, a whole bunch of interesting shit so far. Another art, full art. This one is the Sprouting Goblin. We got a basic island. We got Sacred Peaks, a dual land, Mountain Plain, enters the battlefield tapped. We have Artillery Blast, 2 drop, instant, 1 colorless, 1 white. Domain, Artillery Blast deals X damage to target tapped creature, where X is 1 plus the number of basic land types among lands you control. We have Smash to Dust, 2 drop, sorcery, 1 colorless, 1 red. Choose 1, destroy target artifact. Destroy target artifact creature with Defender, or Smash to Dust deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. So that's not bad for ping damage for the entire squad. Just juice the hell out of it. That's all the uncounted. Okay. Next up, we have the Shield Wall Sentinel. 4 drop, 1/3 Golem. 4 drop, Defender. 4 colorless. When Shield Wall Sentinel enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with Defender, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Next, we have a Walking Bulwark. 1 drop, 0/3 artifact creature, Golem, Defender. 1 colorless. Pay 2 until end of turn. Target creature with Defender gains haste and can attack as though it didn't have Defender, and assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Activates only as a sorcery. Next up, we have the Blight Pile. 2 drop, Pyrexia, 3/3. 1 colorless, 1 black, Defender. Pay 3, 2 colorless, 1 black. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creatures with Defender you control. Oh, that's just not pleasant. straight up Defender deck and just wipe the boards out. That would be not pleasant way to die. We have a Wing Mantle Charlin, or Chaplain, 4-drop, 0/3, Human Cleric, 3 colorless, 1 white. Defender, when Wing Mantle Chaplain enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying for each creature with Defender you control. Whenever another creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Next, we have another Recruiter. And then we have the Balamor Battle Mage Captain. 2-drop, 1/3, Bird Wizard, 1 blue, 1 red. Flying, whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. And we got our rare, which is the Llanowar Loam Speaker. 2-drop, 1/3, Elf Druid. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Tap, target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn that's still a land. Activate only as a sorcery. And then we got Benlinesh, the Banglish Sleeper. 2-drop, 3/1, Pyrexian Human Soldier. 1 colorless, 1 white. Kicker black. When Banlish Sleeper enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, each player sacks a creature. And then the final off that pack is a bird token. So, well, we got a little bit of time left. We're gonna. That's all the packs. So, it kind of looks like a little bit of fan service here because they brought a lot of legends from the plan. There's one of the other art pieces with Chandra and I want to say Tezzeret, but I'm not sure. They also sent us, like I said, I'm not sure if these are just what they're actually for, but it's just variants of the sets Minecraft signal, the magic symbology. Looks like these are just set counters, so I want to say like they're shield counters or something. We got a bunch of those. We also got 1/1 tokens. So kind of cool. They start adding that to the things. It makes it interesting instead of having to use dice and so on and so forth. More of those. So I want to say they're deck markers or what have you. 2 of those. Another art card. And a bunch load of tokens. More +1 tokens. Like the other ones are kind of cool. Like they have like if you're adding certain abilities to other things like flying defender, first striker, they always had them so you can just flip them over and remove them instead of trying to figure it out there. You would just put it on top of the card. So that makes sense. But well, that's all of this. That's this set. So thank you all for coming back out to the channel once again. And we got about 4 more sets to unblock. Well, because I try and buy one every so often, but now with them massively getting overproduced right now, with them coming out like every few weeks, it's hard to try and keep up. So we'll get into that as we go down. But yeah, they're just, I can't, they're coming out too fast, and it's like I'm trying getting complete sets anymore. But well, like I said, we'll get more into that as we go on, but till next time, this is Cobble saying, have a good night or afternoon, and we shall see you in the next unboxing.